That's my brother. What's up, bro? Same. Same. Holy shit. This could be a good day. This could be a really good day. I've been really struggling post-show in the gym. I've been really struggling. It's been like really good day and then like 4 shitty days or 2 really good days and then a whole week or 2 weeks where it's just I'm not feeling it. But the last 4 or 5 days, I've had consecutive amazing days ever since the last day of the Olympia. So I'm not sure if like I had all this stress from getting initiated for Darc Sport or if I had a lot of stress from just like the travel for the Olympia or what it was, but I felt this huge release, like insane. Like it was like something just took all the chains off of me and I'm like, holy crap. So I'm really excited to make the most I can out of every day moving forward. And I don't say that like I wasn't pushing 100% before, but like, let's be honest, when your body's not 100%, you need to listen to it or else you're not gonna be responsive when you need to. So, you know, we came off cycle. I'm completely off cycle. I'm not on anything. I'm literally on a base dose of tests and I haven't even taken it in a week. So everything is, coming together perfectly now. And I have the baseline. Like, this is like the baseline, right? And now we build on it. And this baseline is better than I was on a cycle last off season. So like, it's just, like I look better right now on 200 tests, sip, than I did last off season on like 1.5 grams of gear. So I'm really excited. I already mentioned in my last video, I'm staying in classic physique. I'm built for classic. Like I'm built for classic. I'm not built for open. I could do open if I wanted to, but I'm not willing to put myself through all that. We'll talk about this all later, but let's get this workout in. hydration time. My favorite product. For real though, this stuff is a game changer. You can literally ask anybody who takes it. The pumps, nuts. I drink this 3 to 4 times a day, and I actually take some of the salt out of my meals to substitute it with this. It's so beneficial. All right, seriously guys, I mean, we're always serious, but the hydration, I would say if you had, like right now for my off season, if I had to pick 4 products and only 4 products to use, I would use Extreme or 3D. You can eat whichever one. Right now I'm using Extreme just because I'm not having as much caffeine in the morning for like my fasted cardio. I'm just doing a half scoop of Evogen, so I'm not using as much caffeine, so I'm using EVP Extreme, which is the stim pre-workout we have, Evogen. So I would say if you had to pick 4 products, if I had to pick, like recommend 4 products for an off season like I'm in right now, it would be EVP 3D or EVP Extreme, EVP AQ, hydration, and glycoject. Those are the 4 things that I would use. You can get your protein in other ways if you really need it, but like the protein powders are very, very efficient and they're very useful when you're like in a crunch. But however, Evogen just came out with their R2Ds, which is I believe it's 1 scoop of EVP 3D, 1 scoop of EVP Extreme, and a half cap full of AQ in 1 drink. And it's like 12 ounces, 8 ounces, 12 ounces, 10 ounces? 12. So, I mean, it's a quick, like, you drink it on your way to the gym, and you literally get a scoop of 3D, a scoop of Extreme, and a half cap full of AQ, which is our glycerol, liquid glycerol. So, can't really beat it. I would definitely recommend trying to get your hands on that. I'm pretty sure they're trying to get those into vitamin shops if they're not already in vitamin shops. It's gonna be very easy, like when you're on the go, when you're traveling. So Evogen's, they're climbing. You're gonna wanna get part of this team. You're gonna wanna get on the train and start using the products because this stuff really does make a difference. I've been with a handful of supplement companies, and I can honestly say I always go back to Evogen, and that's why I'm with them now. I couldn't ask you if anybody greater. So 1 scoop hydration. I'm gonna sip on this for the remainder of my workout. It's all I'm gonna take. I had 2 scoops of glycoject while I was doing the first 2 exercises, which is 50 grams of carbohydrates, just straight carbohydrates, fast-acting carbohydrates. So you can shop everything below. Code Espy, you guys already know. If you guys use the stuff, send me a screenshot or just comment down below saying you got it, and I'd love to support you back. I always appreciate it. Well, let's get the rest of this workout, and we'll do a physique update at the end. Natty life sucks. Alright, so biceps. I'm gonna tell you guys some shit. All right, so this isn't like a straight up physique update or anything, but all right, so I wanted to get on here real fast because last YouTube video, if you watched until the end, which most of you guys don't, I talked about me staying in the classic division. And that is, I just wanted to break this down. And I'm not trying to say things about anybody here. I'm just telling you guys my honest, unbiased opinion as, well, I guess it is biased, as an athlete searching for whatever path brings me the most success and fulfillment in my life. And when we're talking about bodybuilding, I am built for classic physique. Like, I could do open, yes, I could probably do well in open in the future, but I don't want to be in open. You know, it was something that me and my old coach talked about, and there was a lot of pressure applied for it. And at the time, you know, I thought it was, you know, impossible to make my weight. How am I going to have an off season and grow? But in reality, I could have prepped better. I could have been in better conditioning before my first show, and I probably would have placed better at these shows. I probably would have not had to push my body so hard. I had to stop training legs for almost 2 months because I tore my sartorius because I was so depleted. And if you guys want to know what I'm talking about, you can go back to the Texas Pro show day video, or is the day before or something? Show day video. I talked about how I woke up at like 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. and I mean, you can ask Emily. I was screaming, crying, and my whole body was cramped up. Everywhere from like my traps down to my calves were cramped. If you've ever used one of the newbie machines and you crank the frequency all the way up, that's what it felt like. It was really, really painful. And like I was literally beads of sweat, like beads of tears were coming off my face, and like I tore my muscle. And I didn't realize how extreme the tear was, or I didn't even really know if I tore it or not. I thought I just strained it really bad. And I honestly thought it was my adductor for a second. And when I'm on stage, it just didn't feel right. And then, you know, on the way back from the pre-judging, I tried to get in Emily's Bronco. It's like really high up, and I couldn't even lift my leg. And it started bruising down the whole back of my leg. So there's really big consequences to having to use, you know, diuretics, having to pull water, manipulate water, you know, trying to crunch to make weight. And that's what scared me to continue to be in classic physique. So I hope you guys can understand, I guess, the wishy-washy back and forth decisions I was making. You got to consider I was on a pretty decent amount of drugs during prep. My emotions were all over the place. I was tired, I was depleted. I was ready for prep to be over, but I also wanted to do better. Like I just wanted more in general. And I thought open was going to be the right decision at the time. So I went ahead and just publicly announced it. And I might've jumped to that too quickly, and I take full responsibility for that. So if you're a fan, follower, I don't even like using that word, but if you think I'm being wishy-washy or trying to like misdirect you guys, I'm not. I'm honestly just like sharing, you know, my honest opinion with you guys at the time. And at the time of that video, I thought that was the right decision because my coach at the time was like, hey, you know, we're maxing out classic. We're not gonna be able to stay here. I want you to go up. And I'm like, I want to do one more year in classic physique. And he's like, no, I don't think that's the right thing for you. And I'm like, and it wasn't really my decision. And I'm not saying anything bad about anybody. I'm just saying like in the moment, I thought moving to open was a very good opportunity for me because of just the pressure that I had on myself, right? But now, as the drugs came out of my system, I've had some time to chill. I've been doing my own thing, and I've actually started working with Cameron Cheek again, which I was hesitant to even talk about in the first place because it really doesn't even matter who my coach is, as long as I'm happy. But I want to share my journey with you guys. And you'd be surprised how many pro athletes have a hard time finding a coach. And I can confidently say I'm back with Cameron because I have full trust in Cameron. You know, we had our things before and we've worked them out. We've had great conversations. And I can honestly say I am extremely excited for 2025 season in Classic Physique. And I can't wait to show you guys what we're bringing. I have a show in mind, but I'm not going to tell you guys. And I'm not trying to say that to, you know, like, keep watching the videos, I'll say it at some point. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to say that because I don't want to go ahead of myself again and say something and then take it back. I don't want to be that guy. So, you know, I went out of my way and I said that I wanted to do open and I'm switching to open, and then all the news channels posted it and it was all over the place, and now everybody thinks I'm going open, which was the thing in the time being. But looking back, I would have rather just kept that to myself and maybe my girlfriend and Christian and, you know, my coach at the time, and then not publicly announced it. So I was a little too quick to announce that, and I just apologize if I misled you guys. Hopefully you still want to follow my journey. It's still going to be just as exciting, just as fun. We are going to be extremely peeled for the next show, because just because we're not moving to open doesn't mean it's not going to be hard to make the weight cap. It is going to be very hard to make the weight cap. I am still growing right now. I know I'm off stuff and it probably doesn't look as impressive as it did during prep for obvious reasons, but I can tell you right now, this is the best I've ever looked off gear. And when I say off gear, I'm on 200 milligrams a sip, test sip, but that's me being fully transparent with you guys. This is the best I've ever felt, best I've ever looked at this low of a dose. So I'm very excited. And this is just the very beginning of this off season. So stay tuned. I'm super excited to take you guys along this journey with me. Like I said, I'm sorry for misleading if I did, but that's in the past. All I can focus on is the future and the present. So let's do that. And we're officially in Classic Physique. We're not switching divisions. I'm gonna be in Classic for the rest of my career. You know, if Chris Bumstead can stay in Classic his whole career, there's no reason I can't. Let's be honest with ourselves. There's a lot more people who are maxing their weight cap more than I am, obviously. So there's no reason I need to switch right now. It was just simply, I guess, misplaced trust, and it was just spur of the moment decision making when I was depleted, hungry, emotions were high, and I was on a lot of things. So that's that. End of that conversation. Next thing is, what was I going to talk about? I think that was it. You switched to Cameron.
Yeah.
Staying in Classic. Oh, what I'm going to do to make sure I'm ready.
Oh, yeah.
So now that we've established that I'm staying in Classic Physique, well, Austin, how are you not going to run into the same weight cap problem? Well, first thing is, I know I can be about 6 to 8 pounds leaner, less fat. And you might look at my pictures during prep and be like, how is that possible? But if you go look back at my USA's prep, it is possible. I couldn't have lost any more fat. Like I literally didn't want to be here for like the last month. I was in a very bad mental state. So we don't need to push that hard. And that's the conversation Cameron and I had, is that it's going to be more of like a collaborative type of coaching experience where I'm now very familiar with my body and what I need after, you know, doing 3 shows for my rookie pro season, and, you know, doing USA's and another show together. I'm very confident with all the data that we have collectively between Cameron and I that we can bring in a really good package. We can come in even 4 or 5 pounds leaner than we were and have 4 or 5 pounds more to add on. So that's what I'm excited for. And that's the first thing I'm doing. In terms of the little things that I'm gonna be doing in this off season to prepare myself for bringing the best possible shape I can to my next show and hopefully get an O qualification at my next show I step on stage at. I started ordering meal prep. I'm not associated with the meal prep company, but I'm using Hummus Fit. So Hummus Fit, if you see this, I'm not sponsored. I'd love to be part of your guys' team, but I will keep buying my own meal prep because I'm holding myself accountable. So if I get sponsored, cool. If I don't care, but I'm holding myself to that standard. I literally have an alarm set for Saturdays to order my meals, so they come in Monday, so I'm good every single week. And I'm gonna be getting all my meals through there. My diet plan is very straightforward, very simple. I can tell you guys what it is. It's literally chicken, rice, chicken, rice, chicken, rice, steak, rice, eggs, and avocado. That's literally it. It's like 350 to 400 grams of rice in each meal, 250 grams of a protein in each meal, and that's 4 of those meals, and then I have a egg and avocado meal, so that's 5 meals total a day, coming out to about like 3,800 to 4,000 calories. And then my rest days are about 400 calories less than that. I'm gonna be doing that every single day, having 1 cheat meal a week, and I'm holding myself to that. I'm not gonna let myself vary from that plan at all. And Emily, my beautiful girlfriend, is gonna help me stay accountable. And we're already a few days into that, so I'm very excited. And I'm not fucking around. Like, you know, Chris left, he retired. You know, there's a lot of things happening in Classic Physique, and if there is a time where somebody should be taking this seriously, it's now. It's not tomorrow, it's not next week, it's not next year, it's fucking now. So that's what I'm doing. I'm coming for it, and next year, whoever's competing in Classic Physique, respectfully, I would pick a different show. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. This is kind of like Christian was super busy with the Olympia and stuff for obvious reasons. He took some killer fucking shots, so it's super sweet. Go support him on his channels, his Instagram. Go support Battle Up Media. Go support the Olympia LLC page and everything. His content's all over, so it's super cool to see him doing that, and the fact that he's my videographer, I take a lot of pride in that. So make sure you show him some love. If you guys want to support me, you can use my codes below. I'm not going to sit here and advertise for you guys. You already know where it is. Code Espy on everything, except for the Uprising. You don't have to have a code for that. It's just the link is the code itself. Besides that, guys, I will see you in the next video. Weekly videos coming, you know, consistently again. We just had the Olympia and we had a bunch of other traveling, so all travel's pretty much done for the year. All right, guys, so Christian's gonna be coming with me to nationals. I have 7 competitors doing nationals. So it's gonna be a crazy, crazy, stressful, but super fun and rewarding experience. My guys are looking really good. I'm excited to put them all on stage. And we're gonna document the whole thing. So he will literally be there. He's already shooting nationals in December. I believe it's December 13th, 12th to the 14th, I think. So he's already shooting it, he's gonna be there. You guys get to see some behind the scenes coaching footage. I know some of you guys are interested in that, some of you guys aren't, but we're trying to just branch off in a different direction. So hopefully you like this content. Comment down below. You know, if you guys wanna see certain types of content, we can totally pound that out for you guys, but I will see you in the next video.